Welcome back to Celtic Fans TV. It's time for Twitter reactions to Celtic 0, Aberdeen 0. It's the first time I've stood here to do a Twitter reaction this season domestically and we haven't won. We'll start with you and Lavelle, two up front instead of two holding midfielders. Aye, that's a good point. I think obviously we're missing a lot of key players in midfield. Rogic has been out long term. We're really missing McGregor in there. Christie's out as well. Beaton, who's come in for praise the past couple of weeks for his performances, I didn't think he was that good today. I thought he was really slow, particularly start of the second half. Gave away the ball a few times, was giving away really silly fouls as well. I thought we were guilty of that a lot today. When we had Aberdeen penned in, we were giving away silly fouls and letting them relieve the pressure and get themselves up the park. It's a good point, but we don't have any other options in midfield. That's it. And until we get the players back, we're kind of restricted to having Brown and Beaton and even Henderson in there. At Tinnitus Rages, underwhelming, uninspiring, turgid, lack of pace, lack of invention, players look flat. Lenny said he won't change much, but that was unrecognisable. This is going to be a slog. I can't really disagree with that too much today. I thought we really lacked creativity in the final third. I touched on it in the full-time reaction as well. I thought Edouard would have started. I don't know if he looked any better when he came on at half-time though. Maybe it was just one of the days. I do think, and Neil Lennon said he wasn't going to change much, but you see, I think under the former manager we had a lot of trust in the system and we just kept playing and we just kept playing, trusting that the goal would eventually come. And it's worked for us every home game this season. I felt we really lacked cutting edge today, and that's why we haven't been able to win the game. Kai Chalmers, it's not even as if we played that bad, just weren't clinical enough, got a few decent chances in there, but Aberdeen defended well, still got the 8-point lead, but frustrating not to make it 10. I thought Aberdeen did defend well. We know what they're like. All the games against them have been really tight this season. They've got a big game themselves on Tuesday. I thought a lot of people thought they were going to make some changes, rest a few key players. They didn't do that. They were actually the better team for 10-15 minutes in the second half, and they got in behind us. I thought Boyata played well, and he had to at times. Defensively, look, it's frustrating, but in terms of home form we've been good, but today is just one of the days, I think, and we've got to move on and go to Dens Park and get the win next week. Joe Coffey cut ties with Toljan. I thought he was really poor today, Toljan. There was one guy in the full-time reaction that said he thought he was excellent. I don't know if he was watching the same game as me, because I thought he was really poor. I expected Lustig to start after starting Easter Road last week. I thought Toljan today, he's full of pace and energy, but he really lacks any end product, which I thought he showed some promise in his first couple of games, but he's been underwhelming since then. On the ball, just slack at times. Defensively as well, there was one early in the second half where I think Conor McLennan got down the inside of him. Aberdeen nearly got a chance from it, so he was really poor. I think we might see more of Lustig under Lennon, but we'll need to wait and see. Frank Gallagher, Aberdeen got what they came for. Never easy to break down a team with everybody behind the ball. Saying that our link-up play wasn't great in the final third. Aye, that's what I just touched on there. Really poor, but interesting that we kind of made the same change at the start of the second half as we did at Easter Road, where Forrest came into the 10 position, Burke went to the right hand side and Edouard went up top. It worked for us last week, it didn't work today. And as I said, straight after we made that change in the second half, Aberdeen were the better team for a spell, so we did really lack creativity. We'll finish with Tam McKenna. A lot of huffing and puffing, no end result, disappointing, but 8-point lead maintained. Aye, I mean, at the end of the day, we've got the same lead that we came into the weekend with. We should have extended it today. Plenty of opportunities coming up to do that. The next one is Dundee next week, then international break, and then it's the derby. You know what to do. Like the video, comment your own thoughts below, and don't forget to subscribe. We'll see you at Dens Park next week. Thank you.